This is real. You are not dreaming. The Dallas Mavericks did trade Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. Welcome into Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. I'm Jeffery Cooperstein, and your reaction is the exact same that mine is. I was lying in bed at about 11 p.m., as one does. Get the notification across my screen. I go, Charania just got hacked. This is hilarious. They said Luka's being traded to the Lakers. Didn't delete it for about 2 minutes. I was like, what's going on here? And then it started to come out that this thing was real. And I am still absolutely shocked. In case you missed it, here is one of, if not the biggest trade in NBA history. The Dallas Mavericks receive Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. The Los Angeles Lakers get Luka Doncic, Maxi, Kleber, and Markieff Morris. The Jazz, as a salary facilitator, receive Hood-Schoifino and 2 second-round picks. What is your one-word reaction to the Dallas Mavericks trading Luka? Mine is easy. It is shocked. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. This will be the pinned comment on today's show. You may get hit with a YouTube ad break here in just a couple of seconds. While you do that, go on down there and tell me what your one-word reaction is to the Mavericks trading Luka. I don't know what else it could be besides shocked, devastated, disappointed, befuddled. It is simply unbelievable that Nico Harrison made this decision. And by all accounts, it was Nico Harrison's decision. It sounds like this was a Nico Harrison deal, and it sounds like he had the support of Mavericks ownership to get this deal done. And it seems like this has been in the works for weeks. Luka was completely blindsided by this deal, according to multiple reports. He is still stunned by the deal. Luka Doncic loved being a Dallas Maverick. He did not want to be anywhere else. I want to get to some of the reports here in just a couple of seconds. All of the reporting that Charania did. This one I do think is very interesting from Brian Windhorst here. He said, this is not about the Lakers. Not about LeBron. It's about the Mavericks and Luka Doncic. One of the biggest stunning trades in the history of the league. My phone's exploded. Basically a rebuke of Doncic saying they don't think they can win with him. Defense, condition, ability to focus at biggest moments. Luka was locked in to the Mavs. And it's the Mavs who are pulling the plug. Only one bidder, as far as we know. They didn't even get the entire package from the Lakers, as the Lakers still hold a first-round pick. LeBron has dreamed of this. We know LeBron has had an affinity for Luka Doncic. We know that he's wanted to play with him and he loves his game. I've done videos on this channel over the last couple of years about LeBron potentially coming to Dallas to play with Luka Doncic because I could never have believed in my wildest dreams that the Mavericks would be so stupid to trade the second best player in the NBA away. Tim McMahon, this is a statement he got from Mavericks GM Nico Harrison, where he said, I believe defense wins championships. He didn't think that Luka was able to get them over the hump. He thought that having a defensive-minded center allowed them to win now and win in the future. I don't know if Nico Harrison uses Google, but if you go Google Anthony Davis's age, the answer is 31 and 11 months. He turns 32 in March. And oh, by the way, Anthony Davis ain't in much better condition than Luka is. That brother misses a lot of games too. It is an unfathomable trade, an unforgivable trade from the Dallas Mavericks. Dirk Nowitzki says it all. The shocked emoji. It is completely ridiculous. It is one of the most shocking trades in NBA history. When was the last time a player of Luka's stature got traded without anybody knowing? Don't know if it's ever happened. A seismic shift in the league. Bobby Marks, who's the cap guru for ESPN, with Anthony Davis waiving his trade bonus, Dallas is now $628,000 under the luxury tax. They were 5.1 over prior to the trade. So they saved $6 million on the luxury tax. That's really cool. That's awesome. When the Mavericks make a move, we will have you covered like we do right now. We are currently live on our channel. If you're watching this on demand, that's awesome as well. But we are your one-stop shop for all of the latest Mavericks news and rumors. We do analysis. We do live watch parties. We cover it all here on Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. So stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be covering all of the ramifications from the Luka Doncic trade right here on Mavs TV, youtube.com/Mavs TV. Hit that subscribe button right now. Anthony Davis in his last 4 years. 40 games played in 21-22. 56 games played in 22-23. 76 last year. 42 so far this year. And oh, by the way, AD is hurt. AD has not played the past 2 games, I believe, for the Lakers, and is out with the abdominal strain. So he's out for at least a week with an abdominal strain. He doesn't get much healthier either. And I do want to be fair to Anthony Davis as well. He is a very good player when he's healthy. He is a great player when he's healthy. I was telling some people at Chat Sports earlier this week, when Anthony Davis is healthy, he might be a top 5 player in the league. He really is that good and that special. He's not Luka Doncic, man. Just look at these numbers for Luka. The Mavs' first conference finals appearance. 28, 9, 35% from the field. He is a walking 27, 7, and 7. And the Mavs just gave that up for one first and an aging center who's injury prone all the time. We'll get to more here in just a few moments, but I do need to tell you guys about the sponsor of today's show, which is PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. PrizePicks has over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Go ahead and get started with PrizePicks today. Download the PrizePicks app and use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks invented the flex play, which means even if one of your picks doesn't hit, you can still win money. And they're giving you the opportunity to win up to 1,000 times your cash. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win that cash. So make sure you run your game all season long on PrizePicks. The big game is almost here, and it is now or never. Don't miss out on the last football game of the season with PrizePicks, the best place to win cash while watching the big game. PrizePicks is also giving away one free pick for the big game, where Patrick Mahomes, which you can see on your screen right now, will only need to throw 1 yard to, if you pair it with another projection, you can win some money with that Patrick Mahomes free square. Check out the promos tab as well to tail any of our Super Sweat Millie Winners big game lineups. If you tail a lineup that goes 3 for 3, you can win a split of up to $1 million in promo funds. So how do you play? It's super easy. Download the app today. Use code CLNS to get that $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. That link will be clickable in the comments and the description of today's show. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. Once again, here's the full trade, and I look at it, and I still don't believe that it is real. Luka Doncic is a Los Angeles Laker. He is no longer a Dallas Maverick. It makes no sense to me why the Mavericks would make this deal, and I think it is a fireable offense by Nico Harrison to do this. I think it is one of the most indefensible moves a GM has ever made in the history of sports. This one from Tim McMahon, great Mavs insider, is one of the most tapped in people with the Mavericks. Said the Mavs have major concerns moving forward with Luka Doncic, the Mavs, or the GM. We'll get to that here in just a second. Due to his constant conditioning and issues and the looming commitment of another Supermax contract extension this summer. Producer Brett Alpert, do you think that the second best player in the league deserves a Supermax contract? Because I do. Yeah, it's pretty conventional wisdom that if you're the second best player in the NBA, you're going to get a Supermax contract because you're a 5-time All-NBA player. It makes no sense that the Mavericks are pulling the plug on Luka. I don't care that he's been injured a lot this year. I don't care that he comes to training camp overweight sometimes. I don't care that he cries to the refs. He is that good. He overcomes it all. Luka brought millions of fans to this franchise, the Dallas Mavericks. Nico Harrison just took millions of fans away from this franchise, and I don't think that's an exaggeration whatsoever. And it is important to note that Luka did not request a trade. He was just as blindsided like we all are. The Mavericks did this on their own accord, getting back Anthony Davis and only one future pick, regarded as a future MVP. Not only did Luka not know it was coming, the Mavericks approached the Lakers about this deal. The Mavericks went to the Lakers and said, hey, do you want Luka? The Lakers were probably like, is this a prank call? Yeah, we want Luka. Of course we want Luka. Shams said They recently offered Luka. Lakers brass met and believed the 25-year-old Doncic has the ability to be the face of their franchise for the next decade, while giving Anthony Davis a win-now move in Dallas. Is this a win-now move? Is this a win-now move? In the immediate, the Mavericks may have a chance to win this year with Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving as your core. Klay Thompson as your 3. Derek Lively as your 5. I'm not disputing that. So does your starting 5 now, does it look like Kyrie Irving, Quentin Grimes, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis, and Derek Lively? Do the Mavs bring Najee Marshall into the starting lineup? I don't know how any of this is going to work, but what I do know right now is I'm absolutely devastated. I've never admitted this publicly, but I'll admit it right now for the first time. Luka Doncic was my favorite player of all time. I think I liked him more than Dirk Nowitzki. I'm not afraid to admit it. He was my favorite player ever. And the Mavericks just ripped the cord on him at 25 years old, man. I simply can't believe it. And I know that Dirk is the greatest Mav of all time. Luka Doncic is the second greatest Maverick of all time, and it's not even close. I was talking to my buddy last week and said, hey, if Luka retired tomorrow, is his number in the rafters? I said, absolutely his number's in the rafters. They should put his numbers in the rafters tomorrow. It should be there tomorrow. I want to ask you this before we get on out of here. Should Nico Harrison be fired for this move? Do you think the Mavericks GM should lose his job for this move? While it's apparently clear that the Mavericks owner supported him, so he won't get fired. But I think the answer is an easy Y. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Let me know what you think down below. I'm so devastated that this thing happened, man. I still couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. It's going to take a long time for me to process this. I hope you guys take the evening to process it as well. And we'll reconvene tomorrow here on the channel just to talk more. Maybe my thoughts will be a little bit more collected. I simply can't believe it. Thank you so much for tuning in to Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. My name is Jeffery Cooperstein. Again, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon here on the channel.